Welcome back to our continuing coverage of CES 2020 in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Brian Stillman with BeTerrific. We are here with the Tori system, the Tori game, the Tori toy?
Yeah,
How would you describe it?
We describe that as the Tori playful learning platform, because this is something that is working with an iPad or an iOS and Android tablets actually, and smartphones, but with a connected device and Bluetooth.
Okay, so this is a cool game, a cool system, I should say. You've got your device, your mobile device. You've got the tablet, the sort of platform here. And it looks like a spaceship.
Yeah.
How does it work?
How does that work? Well, actually, kids just need to hover that over the board, and thanks to specific technology, we can detect that in real time. So we'll try to do a demo right now, and the idea is to bring kids' toys into magical worlds where actually we are making beneficial activities. Meaning those specific toys, when they are brought into this environment, they are able to have, let's say, something that will be beneficial to them. So here we'll be focusing on motor coordination, dexterity, reaction time. Kids will have to avoid obstacles and fight space pirates while retrieving crystals.
So how is it able to tell where your hand is? What sort of technology is in play?
Well, it's a patented technology based on magnets. So this specific magnet actually is within the actual products, and we've got sensors throughout the boards that will detect the magnetic field of these magnets. So this is quite simple because magnets have been there for ages, and at the same time this is a cutting-edge technology based on a patented algorithm that we're using.
Now, it seems like it would be a little bit easier than controlling a game controller, but I don't know, it looks like there also might be a little bit of skill and coordination involved there. Can I give it a shot?
Yeah, definitely.
So, all right, so let's see how I'm gonna, okay, I've already ran into things. Oops.
So you can go high, you can go up to 10 inches, and actually what's simplest than an actual spacecraft that you can play with? When you've got to play with controllers, you've got to understand the behavior of the sticks and so on. Here, you don't need to explain how to control a spacecraft, you don't need to understand how to control a catapult, and those specific games actually are based on toys such as the catapult and the wand. So now you died, so you've got to try more.
I'm terrible at this. You make it look so easy, but I've managed to hit every single thing. Do I get extra points for hitting everything?
Well, I think you had a great score at that.
It's a very cool game. Now, it seems like something that would be really good for teaching kids eye-hand coordination. What other things can you do with the Tori? I mean, there are other games involved.
Yeah, so every time we are bringing beneficial, I would say, experiences, meaning that this one, I was saying, that was talking about motor coordination. The other ones are focusing on critical thinking, creativity, mental rotation, and all of those apps have been developed in coordination with experts in child development. So when kids see play, parents actually can see through a parental app all the beneficial elements, because we can see the improvements in terms of skills through the app.
How useful is play as a means of education, as a means of teaching people, as a tool for education?
Play is the greatest tool because, there's no better way of learning than being active and involved into the learning process, right? So with kids, they want instant rewards. They want to feel the game. And here, thanks to this specific user interaction, if I could say, kids are engaged actively and not passively or just sliding and touching it. They are owning the game. So this is the first thing. The second thing I would say is, thanks to active learning methods, but playful learning methods, they are having fun while learning some stuff, either soft skills development or knowledge.
And when it's fun, kids don't drift, they don't start paying attention to other things, they stay engaged with the learning process.
Yes, definitely. They want to be engaged, they want to have fun, and parents know it's beneficial for them, so that's the perfect formula.
So when you buy this, what are you getting in this box?
So you've got the board where lies all the technology. We also have the, I would say, spacecraft, plastic version. We also have 4 cardboard versions of the spacecraft, where here you can play the very same game, but with your own spacecraft that you can customize, you can fold, and then you can play with. We also have the catapult game, where we've got to bring one key to one cage and use critical thinking to understand how can I break these parts and activate these triggers so the key comes to the cage. And we have wand games, so like Harry Potter, you know, where you are handling a wand and then you've got to manipulate objects in 3D. And a building game, so pure digital creativity.
So, but what's in the box? You get that? You get this piece here?
You've got this board, this spacecraft, 40-hour spacecraft, one catapult, and one wand.
But you have to have an iPad.
You've got to have an iOS tablet or smartphone, or Android tablet or smartphone.
Okay, and then where do the apps come from?
It comes from the App Store and the Google Play Store.
And are those downloads for free?
Yeah.
So
when you buy the content, the only thing is you'll need the hardware, I would say, to be able to play with, obviously.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, how long has this been out? How long has this been available?
We've just released the product. We've just released the product, right from November, I would say, but we are kicking off this, and over 2020, you are going to hear a lot about Tori.
Where can people find it?
In the US, you can find it in Tori.com, Amazon.com, Target.com, BestBuy.com, and over the end of the year, more outlets should be available.
So how much does a unit like this sell for?
So this one is cost $129, and then we're going to create new packs over the future, so stay tuned.
What sort of things are you looking to encourage with children with this type of play, using the magnet technology, the movement, and everything else? What are you really trying to achieve in terms of goals, in terms of education, in terms of interaction with children?
Yeah. So let's put the technology aside, because this is a great enabler, but what we want to do is put kids at the very center and be the player of their own development. So we want to bring beneficial experiences, but for them that's just fun.
Right.
So that's really the thing. We've done another product actually with Alexa, which is Pac-Man Stories, and where kids will be having a choose-your-own-adventure style adventure, and through that they will be able to learn about not littering, eating healthy, so every time in a fun way, engaged way, and intuitively.
How do you develop something like this? How are you working with kids to find something that they like and that is also educational, it's teaching them something and isn't just fun? I mean, just fun is great, you know, but there are a lot of games out there that are just fun. You're trying to have this greater component to it. How did you develop it? What was that process like?
Let's say just fun we know as Bandai Namco, because we are providing, you know, video game through mobile, through consoles, arcades, and so on. Here we also worked with child development experts on that. So we know how to bring those elements into a more edutainment, meaning education cross-entertainment way. So we are working with them, we can see what are the best practices, and we can see through our fun and player DNA what our added value compared to what's existing in the market.
And are you working with educators? Are you working with people who can sort of bring that knowledge to the thing?
Yeah, we're working with, firstly, mostly child development experts. So they know how the brain works, at which specific age, you know, corresponds which specific skill development or knowledge development, and we tailor the content based on the demographics that we want to target.
Excellent. If people want to learn more about it, where can they go?
Tori.com.
Tori.com. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
This is Brian Stillman. Check it out, Tori. Fun game, but also educational. We're going to have more coverage from CES 2020 for you. Stick around. There's a lot more on the way.